Hey everyone, my name is Taylor. Welcome to the Renegade Athletic Company channel. In this video, this is the first of a 3-part video series that we're doing to teach you how to get started with running. Even though running is one of the most simple and basic exercises that we all know how to do, a lot of people make a lot of mistakes when they're trying to become a runner. And I made a lot of those mistakes. So through these 3 videos, I'm going to give you all of my best tips and tricks to help you avoid these common mistakes. My goal is to help you get over that initial hurdle when you're trying to learn to become a runner or figure out how to make running a habit in your life or figure out how to just enjoy running. If you're an experienced runner, you might not learn anything new from these videos. You might already know all of the things that I'm going to tell you, but you might not, and you might learn something new. So stick around, and I would love to hear your advice in the comments for people too. So really quick, I've been running for about 7 years on and off. I've done multiple marathons and half marathons, and I'm currently training for an ultra marathon. I'm not a pro or even super fast compared to a lot of other people, but I do love running and have a passion for helping people figure out how to enjoy running. So in this first video, I'm going to give you all of my most important tips and tricks to get you on your way. In the second video, I'm going to teach you how to prepare for a run and things not to do while you're preparing for a run. And then in the third video, I'm going to teach you all about gear. So we're going to cover shoes and socks and things like that. My goal for all of these videos is to make them brief and informative to get you out there. So stick around, watch all 3 of those videos, and then hopefully you will be on your way. But for now, let's jump into the most important things you need to know to start running. Tip number 1, this is the most important tip I can give you as you're starting to become a runner, and this is the most common mistake I see. When you are starting to run slow. And I can't say that or emphasize that enough. You need to run slower than you've been running, and once you feel like you've slowed down enough, you probably need to run slower. I think that was a common mistake when I was trying to learn how to run. I would go out and just run really hard and be completely out of breath 1 mile in. So a couple of tips for figuring out if you're going too fast. One is if you're heavily breathing and you can't talk, ideally you can talk while you're running. And I know that might sound crazy to some of you, and it sounded crazy to me when I first heard it, but it's true. If you can't talk or even utter a few words, you're going too fast. Another tip that I've heard is to try to breathe only in and out through your nose. And if you can do that, then you're probably at a good pace. Tip number 2, you want to gain distance and you want to gain consistency. What you don't need to gain is speed. This is a very important tip, especially as you're just starting out. Make sure that you're working on just staying running super slow and add mileage and add days that you're running instead of speed. Really, you don't need to worry about speed. I ran my whole first marathon without ever thinking about speed. And speed is one of those things that comes with time, so you don't need to worry about that right away. That will come later. Tip number 3 is to get good shoes and to break them in. Now, shoes is something I can cover a little more in depth in the gear video, in video 3, and I'm planning to do a deeper dive into running shoes. But in general, go to a local running store where someone will take the time to analyze your gait or kind of how you're running and recommend professionally what types of shoes you should be running in. And shoes by far are the most important thing as you're becoming a runner. So if you're gonna invest money in one spot, go to a local running store, get a good pair of shoes, and then give them time to break in. Tip number 4, run when it's nice out, not hot out. I see so many people on a 90-degree sunny day feel like this is the day that they're gonna go become a runner and start their running journey. And then they hate it 1 minute into it because they're so hot and they're overheating. For me, when it's nice out is anytime it's basically below 70, 75 degrees. I think ideally 45 to 70 degrees is probably the best time to be running. Now into the summer and things like that, that usually means that I need to wake up a lot earlier to go for a run and beat the heat. Around winter, a lot of times I'm running kind of in the afternoons or right after work. But just be sure to not go when it's super hot. Make sure you can help yourself out and go when it's a little bit cooler out. Tip number 5, have fun and explore. I think running is one of the coolest things because you can go anywhere while you're running. So use that to your advantage. Explore your city or your town that you live in. If you live out in the country, go do runs on country roads. I like that a lot. If you live in a city, go from park to park and run around those. Just make sure you mix it up and have fun and explore and use running as a way to get outside and to see something new. Okay, so in review, number 1, run slow. Number 2, gain distance and consistency. Do not worry about speed. Number 3, get good shoes. Number 4, run when it's nice out, not hot. And number 5, have fun and explore. So thanks for watching this whole video. If you're an experienced runner and you made it all the way through, drop your most important tips to someone who wants to become a runner in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And make sure to follow Renegade Athletic Company on Instagram at renegadeathletic.co and go to our online store, renegadeathletic.co, to grab yourself a dope hat. We'll see you next time.